Johnny, in this video I'm going to show you how to repair a chip in a windshield. Johnny, on this video I'm going to show you how to use a repair kit to fix a chip in a windshield. Might be something you'd learn from your dad if he was there, and if he's not, well, that's why you're on this channel. Speaking of which, this channel is for boys growing up without a dad. That's how I grew up a lot of years ago, so if you are a boy growing up without a dad, then you're in the right place. If you're here just to learn how to fix a windshield, that's fantastic too. We're going to show you that right now. So the first thing we want to do is get the windshield out of the sun. It's actually been out there where we parked the van. That's the one that has the chip in the windshield that we're going to repair. So I'm going to swap the two vehicles and get the van in the garage where the glass can cool down, and we'll put the car out for now, and then we'll go to work on the windshield. This is the chip that we're going to repair. The kit that I'm going to use will tell you if you've got cracks that come out from the chip that are greater than 1.25 inches, 1.25 inches, then the kit probably won't do it for you. You've already missed the opportunity. The whole point of patching a chip is so that cracks don't propagate out from that chip, and then you have to get the whole new windshield. This one actually is pretty close to that already. I've already got the kit. I'm going to give it a shot. I don't have anything to lose, but we may be past the point of chip repair into ultimately it's going to need a replacement windshield. We'll know that if the cracks keep propagating after we've done the repair. So now that the windshield's cool, the first thing we do is get any chips, any residual broken glass out of the chip hole. So I am just scraping it lightly with, I've got an awl. They show a thumbtack, trying to get whatever is loose, residual glass out of there. Now the next thing, you can probably see the dirt on here. We've had some, apparently, some sprinkles. We haven't had much rain here, but we had some when it was out because it needs to be cleaned, but the windshield shows it too. So I'm just going to clean the windshield to make sure the surface is good for the repair. Here are some of the components we're going to use from the kit. You get this syringe looking thing. We're actually going to pull a vacuum once we put this seal in place to suck the air out, and then when we put the resin in, we're going to let it leave under vacuum for a while, and then we're actually going to put pressure on it and reverse it, let air in, and then pressurize the air to get the resin, what's in this little tube, to fill in as much as it possibly can in the chip hole. Let's go through the steps then. First thing for this one is to peel back one of the adhesive things. We've got this pad. This needs to be towards the top, so I'm going to put it on like that. So we peel one layer of adhesive off, or we expose one layer of adhesive by pulling that out. And now I'm going to position this over the hole. I want that hole right over the center of the chip with the tab pointing up. So I am centering that like that, right there. And now I'm going to push down and seal around the edge. So now I've got this little circle out of the middle, where right on the center of the chip, and this double layer adhesive pad sticking down on one side. Next thing you do is take the other layer of adhesive off, and then we take this piece, and this is going to seal around that crack, and we're going to use this to put the syringe in, center this on, and we want this right on the tab so that it's centered over that and on the tab. And then we press that down. Okay, the next step is to take the resin, and we're going to put 3/4 of this in there. So it says clip the top off. I've got a pair of diagonal cutters. I'm just going to do that. It looks like they made this so that you can twist it off. Actually, it is twisting off. The instructions say cut it off. We put that in there and squeeze out about 3/4 of this container. till we've pinched about 3/4 of the way down. Pull that off. I'm going to wipe this off with a low lint paper towel. And I'm just setting that aside because we're going to need that for another step in here. So now we take this syringe, we put that in there. We want that to be good and tight because this is where we pull the vacuum. So we're going to pull up on this and it creates suction, and there's 2 little grooves in this. Once I get to that second groove, I push the metal part back in there and that holds it up. So we let it sit for 10 minutes under vacuum and then we come back for the next step. Of course, while you're waiting, you can always watch another My Stepdad video. Why did Dad leave me? That was one of the questions that I had as I was growing up and my dad wasn't there. Okay, now it's been 10 minutes since we've had it under vacuum. In fact, I can see in the bottom I got little bubbles in here, probably from some of the resin that's bubbled up. Now, we're going to just release this, pull it out until air sucks back in. And now, I'm going to push it back in. I'm going to release this. I'm going to pressurize it to hold it in. That doesn't seem like much pressure, but now it's got positive pressure. Now we get 20 minutes.
4th timer for 20 minutes. And that's starting now.
And guess what? We get to watch some other My Stepdad videos while it's under pressure. We've had this under pressure now for 25 minutes or thereabouts, at least 20. Now we can take this off and we just discard this. We're going to use a razor blade. It's better if you have a safety razor holder for this razor blade. I can't find mine. So I'm just going to scrape behind this. Okay, now it's starting to come. Okay, not pretty, but we got it off. The last step is that 1/4 of a tube that we left in here. We're going to put a drop right in the middle and we're going to cover it with this little plastic, clear plastic piece that they gave us with this as well. This resin that's dripping down the windshield cures in sunshine, in sunlight. So I'm going to open the garage door, back it out, and let the sun cure this. Since I don't need it in these places, I'm going to wipe it off of the windshield first. Hopefully this is a good sign that because we've got so much resin there, that we got good fill in the actual chip. Now that we've got this taken care of, we're going to back this out, let it sit in the sunshine. We've been in the sun for at least 15 minutes. It's probably been about 20. I'm going to go ahead and get this plastic piece off. That's the process. I'm done at this point unless I just need to smooth it off, scraping the edge of any excess resin that's on top of the glass. All right, Johnny, now you know how to fix a chip in a windshield if you happen to have one in your car or your family car and you get one. It's a lot cheaper to fix a chip than it is to replace a windshield. So if you can catch it when it's small and get that repair done or do it yourself, then you can save yourself money. I hope these videos are helping you. If you're growing up and your dad's not around, then just remember that you can successfully grow into manhood even if your dad's not in your daily life. And always remember, your stepdad loves you. I'll see you in the next video. Every time I start filming, a dang fly comes. An inch and a 1/4. We don't want to work on the windshield. Frickin' fly. Ours is about right on. Frickin' fly landed right on my nose. The kit that I've got will tell you that if you've got cracks that come out of the chip to manhood, even though your dad may not be in your daily life, you know how to fix a chip in a windshield if you catch it in time. Why does this dang fly come every time I do this?